Hello and welcome to another video of AppGiver, creating an app, no code app, do it yourself tutorials. In the last video, we created a data connection. We went to data and then we looked at master underscore group. In this video, we're going to pull the data from Firebase using this data API or the REST API, and then we create the first page of our app. Before we go there, a tip. This is the home page. This is an app, so let me exit the app. And once you exit the app, you see BDCS Learning App, and you see the home page over here. If you click on this, you can create a new page by clicking on this link. Very simple. So this is a tip for today, and every video will have a tip for you to learn. You just have to spend time on this product tool. So if I click on add a new page, I can enter, just for example, help, because I'm going to create a help page probably later. So I'm just going to say help, and you are in help page. I can navigate it back by clicking on this, and I want to click on home page. So it says save before you do anything. Clicked on save and went for home. So this was a tip for this video. So next, now when you create a page, that data is available at a page level. Not all the REST API data which you create here is available at every page. You have to explicitly tell the app that which data I want on which page, and therefore you need to click on variables, and first step is to create data. Second step is to create data variables. So how did I go there again? This variables, this is a page level variable. Go to data variables and click on add data variable. Obviously master underscore group that we created is available over here, and then click on save. Leave everything by default. Once you click on save, click on the view here. If you want to validate again, go to variables, go to data variable, you would see that data is available. Click on view, and then I'm going to list down, as I showed in the first video, how we had the list of all the courses available. So I'm gonna click on remove and use a list item, this one on the left hand side. Drag and drop it over here. Now this is a record. We want to repeat this record for every row in this data. So this is the master group. There are 13 groups. So I want to repeat each of this 13 times. This piece 13 different times. So I'm going to click on repeat. Now remember, I had in data variable and data variable master group one. I'll show it to you one more time. So click on this, the whole. In this, you should see the list item being clicked in the property over here. In the properties, there is a repeat with. There is a label, secondary label, arrow visible, but here is repeat with. I click on this. It shows me an option, no repeated, not repeated, static variable, and formula and things. I'm going to click on data and variable and data variable, because I'm going to use master underscore group one in the repeat. For one record, one time, this will be repeated. And I click on save. You see these repeats have occurred. These are not 13. This is just a metadata, like a structure. When we launch the app, we will see the real data. Next, we want to label this as the group master group name. So I click on this again. Now I do not want to go to data and variable. The reason is now the list is repeating. Therefore, I click on data item in repeat. I show you one more time. This is now repeating with master group, this whole object. And therefore, I go to primary label. I click on ABC, click on data item in repeat. And then it says current repeat. In the current repeat, I select the group. This is the name. The first one is Google BigQuery. I click on save and you see that Google BigQuery is getting repeated. In the secondary label, I want to give the number of videos, the count. So this is the count, number of videos, 19. I'm going to go back. In the secondary label, I'm going to click here. Again, data item in repeat, current, and count. And click on save. So this is how it's going to look like. Click on save. And then launch and see the application. So click on this launch. We do not have any connections yet to a small BlueStack or whatever. We'll talk about that later. But for now, click on Open App Preview Portal. And it's going to ask you to select the application and look at that. So in your cell phone, which I'm going to tell you later how to test it, in your cell phone, you can download AppGiver. AppGiver app, which is available on iOS app as well as Android phone. You download that and you can see how this app is going to look like. I'm going to show you later, but this is, I don't want to see headline. I want to see the courses. So I'm going to go here, close this, and then click on headline and see courses. So courses, click on save. You go back to the view and see courses. You see empty page here. We are going to do a little bit of modifications, but now you see. If you click on this, nothing will happen, obviously, but we'll talk about this later. Great. So I'm going to stop this video here. In the next video, we are going to see how to bring all this thing together.